Hi, folks. This is Rizwan Syed with NRI News 24x7. And in today's video conversation, we've got something very interesting and very challenging and very innovative for all of you out there. Schaeffler India recently has awarded 11 innovators from India, 11 Indian youths who have created innovations for social change. So, without any further delay, let me take you to the three innovators that are here with us today, and they have created a social innovation in waste management and renewable energy. We would start off with Deepak Rajmohan. Hello, Deepak, and welcome to this conversation today.
Hey, Rizwan. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
And before Deepak says more about what he has done, let me also introduce you to Nikki Jha. Hi, Nikki. How are you?
Hi. I'm really good, really doing great, and thank you, Rizwan, for letting me in. Thank you.
So, Deepak, can you tell us something about yourself and
Yeah.
how you started this journey of creating an innovation?
Yeah. Again, really appreciate the opportunity. So, what we've done is like our primary objective for Green Power Labs is to minimize food wastage and food losses. Primarily, we're looking at fruits and vegetables as our focus. So, we reduce fruits and vegetables spoilage during transport and storage. We've developed a biotechnology based active packaging. So, these are the sachets what we have developed, which you just have to drop these sachets to help extend the shelf life of fruits and vegetables during transport and storage at room temperature. So there's no cold storage or any capital investment or any structure required. So just a sachet, it can be incorporated. So that's what we do, and happy to be here.
Nikki, what about you? How did you start and discover your innovation?
Hello, everyone, and I'm Nikki. And before going further, I have my background. I have my very humble background as a villager. I call myself as a proud villager. And the best part about being a villager is that you had a multiple lens to look at the problem, and you look at a problem at a very filtered in a very filtered way. So actually, if you talk about my region, so my region carries a very high fertile soil, and in that high fertile soil, my region grows a lot of fruits and vegetables because we live in Gangetic Plain, and Gangetic Plain is blessed with the world's most fertile alluvial soil. With that, we grow lot many fruits and vegetables. So growing lot many fruits and vegetables, and each year I see that that farmers are doing more production. But let me tell you a very insightful thing is that more production necessarily doesn't mean that there is increase in income of small and marginal farmer. Anyway, more production necessarily means that this year there is going to be the more wastage, because the fact says India produces around 350 million metric tons of fruits and vegetables around, in which 110 to 150 million metric tons goes to wastage. So this is the huge wastage, and you will be surprised to know that this wastage occurs at a small and marginal farmer level. You just even can't imagine, a farmer or a small farmer who is earning 7 to 8 thousand per month is losing the 1 lakh rupees per year because they doesn't have any facility to store their fruits and vegetables. So that's where we came in. That's where this thing motivates me. I see people I don't want to remember. You hope the people watching me must have seen farmers throwing fruits and vegetables on the street. But each time I remember this, I get the goosebumps. I have seen it from my naked eyes, and that motivated me to came up with a solution. That motivated me to put my leg into the shoe of that small and marginal farmer and tackle all those small nuts and bits of the problem, all those nitty-gritties of the problem, and then we have came up with a affordable storages that can impact the life of a small and marginal farmer, that can go that decentralized, that today we are very proud to say that our solution Sabji Koti has been implemented in Jammu, in Kashmir, to Kerala, to Kutch, to Changlang. So we can say that from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from Atak to Katak, we have deployed our solution. And yes, we are creating a very positive impact on small and marginal farmer with our solution, that is Sabji Koti, which is world's one of the affordable storages to keep your fruits and vegetables fresh anywhere between 3 to 30 days, just by utilizing 2 liters of water and 20 to 30 watt of electricity. Nothing else is required. It can be assembled upon any suitable means of transportation, whether it could be thela, e-rickshaw, toto, auto, truck, whatsoever it is. With this humble innovation, we want to really reach to the small and marginal farmer, ready wala, thela wala, and also we want to cater into the commercial space as well. But primarily our focus is where neither government is doing a lot, neither people is doing a lot. So our focus is there. With this, thank you.
Well, Nikki, I mean, I really appreciate the kind of research and statistics that you have brought to this conversation. It's quite a bit of hard work and very sincere efforts. So I think I should congratulate you for whatever that you have done. And now moving back to Deepak. Deepak, you have created those small pouch that you just displayed in this conversation. And you say that that helps you preserve the freshness of eatables while they are in transportation. What is the exact ingredients of that pouch? What makes that pouch, preserve the fruits? Can you, share some things a bit?
Sure. We are a R&D focused company, so that's where
Okay.
we prioritize. And my background is also I have a master's in food science and agricultural engineering, so I come with that understanding. So I've spent about 5 years in working in US as well. So there's a technology what we have developed called active packaging, which uses a science called defense mechanism. It's similar to a human immune system. A fruit and vegetable has its own defense mechanism to fight against external stress, like microbial growth or temperature, humidity. So what we do is we use plant extracts, so 100% natural ingredients. These natural ingredients are released as gas around fruit and vegetable, which in turn activates the defense mechanism within the fruit and vegetable to extend the shelf life. So it's like an immune system which would help fruit to fight against high temperatures. So that helps our product to extend the shelf life, be it 12 degrees Celsius or 50 degrees Celsius. Across all those temperatures, we are able to extend the shelf life by 40 to 60%. Any fruit and vegetable. So tomatoes, we're able to retain the quality for about 8 to 10 days at room temperatures, and several of crops like that, we're able to extend the shelf life. That's the technology. So we use 100% natural plant extract in the product to extend the shelf life.
Well, I think that's good to know. That's a lot of science and technology combined together. And I think that's also a lot of hardcore research work. As you said, you are a R&D company. But having created this innovation, how affordable is your innovation for people to use?
Yeah, great question, right? So I think that's exactly where we spent a lot of time. So we want to make sure the solution is viable for a smallholder farmer or a trader. So we charged, just to give you some perspective, right? So for a tomato, 1 kg of tomato to store with our product, they just have to spend 1 rupee. So the product cost is just 1 rupee for 1 kg of tomato. So the cost of different commodities, it ranges from 1 rupee to probably 4 rupees per kg across different commodities. So we've made it extremely cost effective. What the other important things is these sachets can be incorporated into any of the packaging, be it an open crate or a cardboard box or any other boxes, containers, whatever they have. They can just incorporate this product. So we've made it convenient, extremely cost effective, and use 100% natural ingredients. And that is helping us scale up pretty fast.
Well, I think I was hoping that Himanshu would be able to join us right now, but I think he's still having some technical issues. So we will move on with our conversation. Folks, now, since Schaeffler India has recognized your innovations and declared you as, one of the winners of their social innovative program, how does this impact your innovations?
Probably I'll just jump in and I'll share my thoughts, and then I'll let Nikki share his thoughts as well. Schaeffler, especially calling this as a social innovation, means a lot because that's where we are here for. I worked in US and I spent about 5 years working there. I was earning pretty well. The reason why I moved back is the perspective of helping smallholder farmers and helping developing countries was more my thought process. Just to give you some perspective, right? So the food wastage in US, about 35% of food waste happens after it reaches the consumer, whereas in India, about 40% of wastage happens before it reaches the consumer. This perspective of developing country, the food wastage happens before reaching the consumer was mind-boggling for me, and that's where I felt this has to be solved. And my intention was to develop products which can be catered for developing country, be it India, Africa, and other places. So recognizing for that, saying that our product is a social innovation through Schaeffler India means a lot for us, and that it gives a lot more confidence for us to move forward and do more good to this environment and also the stakeholders. So I think it was a great recognition for us, and we're happy that we were part of one among the innovations in the cohort.
So Nikki, What is your say on this?
First of all, I want to thank Schaeffler India for this wonderful social challenge. So, money is definitely one part of the game that is required. That is required in every effort, and I'm glad that I was the winner of that innovation challenge. So, definitely from the monetary perspective, also it is a push. And it is a great push, like with every single penny contributed to our organization, we are highly accountable with that, and we want to reach to the masses with that money, even single penny. So for the monetary support which I got, I'm really thankful to this Schaeffler India. But apart from monetary support, let me tell you, because that's the not only thing which I got, the amazing collaboration, the amazing feeling of being with the like-minded people. It gives you much more satisfaction. The wonderful problem statement which was discussed on the final day. You would be like, like I can even remember all my friends talking about problems so passionately. I was convinced enough, like, my country, my place is in a very safer hand now. Now I can really take a deep breath. Like, the people around me is just amazing and solving all those phenomenal problems. So this is the strength which I got. Like, people are there to back us. It's not alone. Like, it's not floating your boat alone in a vast sea. So people are there. If something goes, like, if there are strong winds, people will be there backing me and pulling my boat. So this all are the amazing, these all are the nothing but, like, but it is phenomenal. Like, I just doesn't have my words to say. So the as the support important, then again, it's not ended there. I really like the way it has been designed. Like, it's not only that, like, this usually a competition has one winner, but here there are 11 winners, and that the support doesn't stops here. The support gets further extended, and we are going to again meet in IM Ahmedabad, and there we have a 8 month of regressive, like, planning. So if you talk, like, we as an innovator might succeed by building our product, but taking the product to the market is as a all different ball game altogether, and especially into the social sector. So that requires a lot of commitment, courage, and whatnot. I'm very thankful to Schaeffler India, that not only the monetary support, but the collaboration, but the strengthening, but the hand holding. These all support, along with the incubation, along with the acceleration, helping us in taking our product to the market, is just phenomenal and amazing. And thank you. And you see, like, the type of media support with the help of you people we are getting. That's again like something part of the entire program. So I can't just thank them. I have no words to thank them.
Well, I think you've thanked them enough, and you can keep thanking them because they have done an excellent job. They have connected rural and urban India through this innovation program very beautifully. They found you from who's basically affecting a change maker to the rural societies, and we have Deepak who's working with the urban industries. So there are a lot of synergies that are there between all these innovators, and Schaeffler definitely has an eye for innovations. I would definitely say that. And the mentoring that they have offered you, the benefits that are coming along, they are also going to be a great help to all of you guys in whatever way they can be in the long run. But the most important thing that I find amongst these winners is an opportunity to collaborate with your innovations and expand and go global. Can you both say your thoughts about how you see innovations in collaborating with other winners and the mentorships of Schaeffler India?
Deepak, would you mind going me first, or you want to take a stand?
Yeah, carry on.
No, you could carry on, Nikki.
It's like, the collaboration part. So if I had to talk about the collaboration part, so definitely just after winning, I have collaborated with 3 of the people there. So I was in talk with Backyard Creator. I was talk with there was a doctor winning the challenge. So I was immediately I was in talk with them. So, and it's not only like, once a like-minded people comes in, they brings more new thoughts, they bring more new ideas, they bring more new perspective, and they give you more lenses to wear. Once you pitch your idea to all of them, so they had suggested a lot of changes to even to us. They have says, and also, most beautiful part was that they were handpicked from the different part of India. So while discussing with them, so we came to know that, okay, in this part of India, if this is working in other part of India, this is not going to work. The beautifulness of our country is our diversity. But with diversity, it comes each part requires a very different innovation altogether. There is no single product that can serve all part, connecting all part of India. So you had to be very, very different, had to act different. Your pitch, your entire thing should be different, and this amazing collaboration with all the parts is phenomenal again. And with the like-minded people, you won't get this otherwise. So definitely the collaboration, the multiple points of contact, and more important, I must say this. Of course, we made a connection in like different cities where I can go and have the food and stay with my fellow. This is also very, very important. In every new city, I need not to find a hotel now. Now we have fellows there. We have the winners there. We can go directly hug him and have my food and all things together. So that's the amazing part.
Well, Deepak, what's your say on this? But Deepak, before you start, just let me say hi to Himanshu. Hi, Himanshu.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome to this conversation. I'll just move over to Deepak and then come back to you.
Sure.
You could start off with so that, could complete this loop and then we'll move on to Himanshu.
Sure. I mean, I'll just share a quick thought on this. I think it's been a great learning for me. As Nikki mentioned, a couple of things, right? So I learned a lot, like how do you address a problem and how do you take it forward? So collaboration need not be a collaboration in terms of like material thing or commercial thing. Collaboration can be just a learning opportunity. I strongly believe like you can learn from everyone and how people are addressing. There were some materialized collaboration as well. So one of the fellow innovator had connections with farmers in Andhra Pradesh and connections with farmers in rural part of like Telangana, and they connected me to help those farmers for niche crops. So we're working on a couple of commodity like custard apple and few other commodities like that to help them sell those commodity for a new market and stuff. So there was some materialized collaboration, but more than that, the sheer learning from other innovators was pretty strong. So I think that's what I would emphasize again. So the team is like, even for selecting this 11, they've spent about a couple of months interviewing them, understanding all the backgrounds, and that really helped to shape the final cohort. So really appreciate on that. Yeah.
Hi, Himanshu. Welcome again, and thanks for joining back. I know you had some technical issues, but I think they are resolved right now, and we can continue with this conversation.
Yes.
Himanshu, what is the kind of innovation that you have brought to this group?
So first of all, thank you, Rizwan, for inviting and for giving us this platform to share our innovation. So thank you for that. So as a founder of the startup company Renergizer Industries Private Limited, we are working extensively in the valorization of agricultural waste. So agricultural waste, as everybody knows, that it's a problem, right? We cannot ignore it.
Right.
And we talk about it, but still there is very less work being done in the country. And primarily, I believe from my past experience, the research I have done, that it's a lack of information among the various stakeholders, be it farmers, at the FPO level, and even at the entrepreneurs level. So that gap needs to be filled through collaboration only, as we all are discussing. So I think that is the key. And various research institutions, government bodies, NGOs, FPOs, entrepreneurs collectively can address that problem in a phased manner. It's not something that can be solved in a day or two, right? As big the problem is, it would take some time for it to get addressed. And Nikki rightly pointed out that India is a big country, and we have diversity in the type of waste that we see in the agriculture. So if I talk about our innovation, we have utilized the fruit waste that we see. So we started with the fruit waste because it was easy to get access to compared to the other types of agricultural waste. So we focused on the banana waste peel to start with, because it's something that is available throughout the year. It's not seasonal in nature as other fruit waste. So we collected that from the farmers in the southern part of India, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and there we extracted some bioactive compounds. So some molecules. So beta carotene is one of the pigments that we extracted out of the waste peel of the banana, which is usually thrown out in the soil or given as a feed to the animals, and just to give you a perspective, like 1 kg of banana fruit waste peel releases 0.15 cubic meter of the methane gas, which is, greenhouse gas, and 25 times more harmful than the carbon dioxide. And, we have more than 10,000 metric tons of that waste annually generated in India. I'm talking about just one fruit waste peel. imagine the so many other types of fruit waste fields and vegetable waste and the grain waste. So collectively, how much greenhouse gas emissions and pollution to the soil also. So molecule or that compound that we extracted, we are using it as an ingredient in different industries. For example, in the cosmetic industry, they want to use natural ingredients in their cosmetic products. Hair conditioners or skin conditioning and all that. So they want natural colors. They don't want chemically, synthetically made colors because that is the requirement from the users and consumers who are very well informed in this 21st century, right? They want natural things, especially post-COVID. That is the change we have seen in the consumer behavior. So from that perspective, natural cosmetics is being in demand. As you may have heard about the Nika, the one of the companies, right? They became unicorn recently.
Right.
So natural cosmetic products or natural ingredients. So that's where we are providing them with. So on one hand, we are tying up with the farmers and also helping with doubling the farmers' income through buying the waste from the farmers directly to the FPOs, which is also objective of Government of India to double the farmers' income. And on other hand, we are solving this issue of chemical synthetic based products. So supplying natural, organic, purified substances. Also, those can also be used in the nutraceutical industries, in the food that we consume as an ingredient for that matter. And various other products like pectin also can be extracted from apple waste. We have started working with the farmers in Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh. We are collecting apple waste from there, and we are using that to extract pectin, dietary fibers, and so many other compounds that can be used as a natural ingredient in the food, in the nutraceutical industry, even in the pharmaceutical industry, which is 50% shares in the consumer market here, and leather industry, for example, right? Animal feed industry. So there's a diversified range of industries that these molecules or the bioactive compounds and even the biopolymers can be made out of it through the biochemical intervention. So that is what we are doing currently.
Thank you, Himanshu, for the extensive and in-depth information about your innovation and how your innovation is impacting the society. Definitely, I mean, the environmental impact is a very huge one, and we all have to care about our environment. And you're also typically generating income for farmers from the food waste. So that too is absolutely innovative. I mean, everybody has done, created, and rediscovered items and services that basically bring a change in the society. I think you folks have done a great job. We really hope that you keep doing what you're doing and you come up with more innovations which could impact a change to society. Typically for Himanshu, people are now moving towards plant-based consumptions. And I believe your product is one of the first steps towards, in an inclusion of a plant-based product in the society. And I believe Nikki has a lot of things to help preserving food and keeping them intact and fresh with his innovative refrigeration techniques, while Deepak is, helping the transport companies take care of the products and keep the products fresh and deliver them again to the endpoints. So these innovations are definitely change makers. And I would like to end this conversation on this note that in Schaeffler's done a good job and they have found you, but you are the real change makers who are impacting the society. So keep doing your good job. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I would like to add one more quick point that my experience in Canada and US also helped me because I have studied in Canada, US. I did my mechanical engineering from there, and I worked in various parts of Canada, in Alberta, in BC, and Ontario, and then moved back to India to start my own startup company back in 2018. So, this NRI News Channel, I would like to thank the entire team for providing this platform. Thank you.
Thank you, Himanshu.